Check it. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with Data Zero. In this video, we look at AMC and APE stock and focus on AMC and APE stock. I dropped a video earlier today with the weekly predictions and updates. Check that out if you want all the news for AMC and APE. This video is going to be focused on the charts, fundamentals, and technicals for AMC and APE, giving you guys predictions and price paths for Monday. So we're going to talk about APE and where I think it is headed. We're going to talk about AMC and where I think it's headed. And then we're going to talk about both those stocks and where I think the future is for these stocks. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data. Let's go.
You are back for another video with Data Zero. This video is going to be focused on AMC and APE technical and fundamental analysis. Again, check out my video that I dropped earlier today to get all of the news on the reverse split and conversion, everything else going on with that, and also my weekly prediction updates for GME and SPY and AMC. I dropped that video earlier today. This video is going to be focused on the price action and technicals. That way I can cover what is going to potentially be happening next for AMC and APE stocks. So we're going to be focusing on those two stocks in this video, price action and technical analysis only. So let's go ahead and hop in the charts and show you guys what we have going on. So again, I'm going to give you guys three scenarios that are most likely to happen. I'm going to give you the bearish scenario, the bearish case. I'm going to give you the case that I think is most likely to happen, and then the bullish case. So let's go ahead and start off with the bearish case. So the bearish case would obviously be a pullback to the downside in a pre-market. So we see a pullback to the downside in pre-market, and then market opens and we see a drop and probably come back down to retest $5.50 and then get a bounce and move to the upside throughout the week. Now, I do not think this is going to be happening. This is my least likely scenario. I do not think this is going to be happening, but I want everyone to be prepared for every type of scenario. You guys got to be cautiously optimistic. Now, we are close to the end. This is the end of this thing. I do believe this is going to be the start of the end for shorts and the start and the end or the beginning of MOAS. I do think we are closer to the end, but again, we need to be ready for everything because our opponent is definitely a strong opponent and we do not want to be blindsided. Let's go ahead and show you guys what I think is a bullish scenario. So obviously the bullish scenario would be a big gap up pre-market. We see a big gap up pre-market, maybe even past that $8 level or retesting that $8 level, come back down when the market opens, and then obviously just start blasting to the upside, ripping to the upside, pumping hard to the upside. Now, this is obviously what everyone wants to see, but this is also something that I think might not be the case. Now, this could be the case because we have high cost to borrow. We have a lot of new short positions at that $4 level that are heavily in the water and paid a huge amount of money to be in those positions. So they are heavily in the water. Also, gamma can kick in and FOMO can kick in. So this could be a likely scenario for Monday morning. But what I most likely think is going to happen is this scenario here. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I think is most likely to happen for AMC stock based off of the technical. So I think we're probably going to see a flat pre-market and see everything flat pre-market. Now, again, if we see that gap up pre-market, then you guys know it's going to be on and popping for AMC, especially if we see a big gap up pre-market. But what I think is going to be happening is some flat consolidation, holding that $7 range as support, and then when market opens, coming back down to test $6.50, maybe even $6.15 at the absolute lowest. But once we get that retest, we'll get a sharp bounce to the upside throughout Monday and Tuesday. So this is actually the scenario that I think is most likely to happen. So again, flat pre-market. When we open up, we see a sharp drop down to $6, maybe $6.50 around that range, $6.15, $6.50 around that range. We see a sharp drop down, retesting it as support, and then see a large push to the upside. That is what I think is the most likely scenario for AMC stock. Obviously, we want to see this thing just obviously rip to the moon and keep going, and that is a very logical case because we do have those short interest positions. Again, 28.80% short interest, showing that there are new short positions, and then those short positions had to pay over 1,000% cost to borrow, so they are extremely in the water. And then we also have a massive gamma ramp set up. We do not have the call options here for this week, but we have a massive gamma ramp set up. So again, FOMO, gamma could kick in, and short starting to cover could send this thing absolutely to the moon. So the price targets that we need to look for to tell when this thing's going to start getting really crazy is $8 to $12. So when I say break $8 to $12, anytime I say break $8 to $12. Or anytime I say break anything, that means break above the level I stated, then coming back down, retesting that level as support to see a movement to the upside. So if we can break that $12 level, break above it and see it push to the upside, maybe to about $16, come back down and retest $12 as support, you're going to see a big pump to the upside. And once we get to these levels, it's not going to be coming back down. Once you see this retested as support, it is not going to be coming back down. And let me explain why. At these levels, shorts are extremely underwater. Shorts are heavily underwater at these levels. There is little to no support and resistance. There's not a lot of price history here as well. You're going to see things get ugly quick for the shorts. FOMO is going to kick in, gamma is going to kick in, and it's going to be a feedback loop, causing the short squeeze and sending this thing to all-time highs. And then, of course, at all-time highs, all shorts, including the legacy shorts, are underwater. I do think shorts will start to cover at all-time highs, and that's when we will see AMC start to push to those insane evaluations that we all wanted to. Now, price targets, as far as price targets go, I do have a brackets video that goes up to $1,000. I suggest everyone use brackets. I know a lot of people that held to the last run up. So the last run up to 72, a lot of people held, or the last run up to all-time highs, a lot of people held. So I highly suggest using brackets. Now, there's some people down in the comments and in the community that will tell you to hold to crazy valuations, but that is exactly how you get people bag holding all the way through giant runs like this instead of taking profits on the way up like I am going to do. So me personally, I am using brackets. You guys can do whatever you want, and then when this thing starts to run, I will be trying to help people out. But what I'm going to be mostly focused on is on my Discord community. Obviously, they paid to be there, so I got to help them out. I am going to be making calls and plays here on YouTube and helping people out because I want everyone to get this bag. But my Discord is going to be my main concern when this thing starts flying. Again, I do think this is going to be a several day event, so I will have time to help everyone out, and I am going to be on YouTube and Discord when this thing launches to the upside. But this is basically what I'm looking at for AMC stock. Again, if we break $8 to $12 using that $12 level as support, you're going to see a major push to the upside. It's not going to be coming back down, in my personal opinion. Where I think we're going to be headed at in pre-market is basically a flat pre-market, coming back down to retest $6.15, maybe $6.50, one of those levels as support, and then get a sharp bounce to the upside and continuing to the upside. That is my most likely scenario. Again, I also have a bullish scenario if we see a big gap up here in pre-market. So if you see that gap up in pre-market, that is an extremely bullish move, and that is great for us. But if you see a pullback, you guys can be expected to hold $6.15, $6.50 as support. And then also we have another strong support at $5.75. $5.75. We have another very strong support, and I do think we will be retesting these levels. If we do, that is very, very bullish for more upside, holding those levels as support. But again, this thing could get absolutely crazy. As soon as market opens, we could see this thing just start pushing to the upside. Obviously, that's what we all want to see, but I want everyone to be cautious about this thing because they will try to play games. But I think that what is going to happen, the position that they are in, because of the high cost of borrow, because of the FTDs that have built up, because of the short interest that has built up over this period, that they've been trying to keep us under that $5 level where we've been consolidating here, just basically barcoding. I think that they are going to be in such a place of hurt that we're going to see this thing just start to rocket to the upside here on Monday, and that is a very strong possibility. Again, those three scenarios are the scenarios for AMC's price action. Let's go ahead and hop into APE and show you guys what is going on for APE, levels of support, and what I think is next for APE stock. So APE stock is actually very, very peculiar right now. A lot of people are saying that APE is worthless. APE is not worthless, okay? APEs can still be converted to AMC. The conversion is not denied. The only thing that got denied was the settlement, okay? The reverse split could still possibly happen, and the conversion can still possibly happen. But what I think is that there are shorts trapped in APE. So APE, if you guys don't remember, on my videos before, when I used to cover APE in every single video, it was one of the most shorted stocks in all of the stock market, more than Carvana, more than a ton of stocks. So there's a ton of hidden short interest here in APE. Shorts are trapped in APE. And I do think that this bottom here of 67 cents was very, very convenient because that was the last bottom that we had for APE. You guys see this big gap fill here at 65 cents. We came back down and just retested the top of that gap. If you see exactly where we went right here on 67 cents, refilling this gap fill. So this is very, very bullish that we retested those levels and bounced to the upside. So this gap is potentially filled. It might have a 2 cents difference here because this is 65 cents and the low is 67 cents. So it could have a 2 cent difference, but basically this gap was filled. This was a bullish retest. I do think what this was possibly a spring to push APE to the upside. So what I think is going to happen here when APE actually opens up, I think we're actually going to see APE start to move to the upside. So basically, I think we're going to see APE start to creep back up to that $1.75 mark. So I do think we're going to see APE come back up to $1.75. And I do think we're going to actually see APE recover from this downside move. And then what I think is going to be happening is both AMC and APE are going to be running together. So we're going to see AMC, GME, and APE all run together. And I think APE is actually setting up for that move with that big bounce to the downside and then this recovery. What I think this is a spring. I think it's a spring, and I think we're about to recover. If you go ahead and look at the Bollinger Bands, where Bollinger Bands is, the Bollinger Bands are at about $1.50, and I think price is going to be at $1.50 using that as support very, very soon and retesting these levels, working its way back up. Basically working its way back up like this. You're going to see a little bit of pullback, a little bit of resistance, but basically coming back up to that $1.75 level, and probably by the end of the week be closing at least $1.75, maybe even higher. It might start to run with AMC. Again, I do think it's going to be running with AMC. It's going to be lagging slightly behind. So let me clarify that so everyone's very, very clear. It's going to be lagging behind AMC, but it's going to be running with AMC. So what I mean by lagging, it's going to be lagging in price, obviously. APE's price is going to be lagging behind AMC. And of course, AMC is going to take off first and APE is going to follow. Trust me, wherever AMC goes, APE is going to follow. So I do think APE is going to be making a recovery. A lot of people think that APE's going to actually start trending to the downside when market opens. I think APE's going to be start trending to the upside when market opens here on Monday, and throughout the week have a upside week. So from this level here, I think APE's going to be start moving back up to that $2.50 level. There is a gap fill up here at $2.60, which I do think will be filled for APE. Again, APE is set up for a massive move if it can get back up to that $1.75 level. And then if also we do have that gap fill at $2.60 right here is that gap fill at $2.60. Gaps do get filled. Just like this gap got filled, this gap will be filled. And I think that what happened is we went back down, filled this gap so we can move back to the upside. If you look where APE's price is already, it's already back at about $1.50 right now. Bollinger Bands for APE are way up here at $1.69. So again, I do think APE is going to be coming back up to these levels. When price gets outside of the bands, it likes to snap back inside of the band. So at least $1.60, $1.75, probably by the end of Monday's close, and by the end of the week, probably be at about $1.80, maybe even $1.90. I do think APE is going to start trending up and run with AMC, APE, and GME. They're all going to be running together. So guys, this is what I'm looking at based off of the price action, fundamentals, and technicals, everything going on with the reverse split and conversion. I'm taking all of this into account of my analysis. I do think shorts are trapped in APE. APE is going to be running with AMC. APE is not worthless. I do think AMC is going to be starting to run here soon. Levels of support, again, that we can look for are $6.50, $6.15, and then $5.75 if we come back down at all. But I do think AMC has a great potential to just start running. Once I see pre-market and Monday's price action, I'll have more information for you guys. We might form a bull flag or something like that and give you guys more technical analysis. But right now, with the information that we have, this is what I'm looking for. I do think AMC needs to come back down just a little bit and then get a launch to the upside. But obviously, we'd love to see this thing just start taking off. And again, I think APE is going to be recovering as well. This is the beginning of the end, in my personal opinion, and we are much closer to the end of this thing. I think this is the start of the Moss. This is going to be the start of the Moss and the beginning of the end trend where shorts finally cover. And I also think all-time highs are coming for AMC stock here in the very near future. So guys, if you found this video informative, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe for more content. You can check out my channel for my brackets video for AMC and GME. And if you want to check out my weekly prediction update, is on the channel already. As always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.
Alright guys, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like. Subscribe for more content like this. And remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more Data Zero updates. My Instagram and Twitter is linked below. If you want to join my Discord, all you have to do is hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. Say, hey, I want to join the Discord. You can get in. It's $50 for a lifetime invite. I also have a membership you can join. You get validation as a member on the channel, exclusive ejimos and badges as a member on the channel. $2.99 a month. You can cancel anytime. And I'm also working on a trading class that will be available shortly. I have my website link down below. Check that out for more information on that. Once the product is ready, I'll make sure that each and every one of you know. I'll make an announcement on the channel. And with that being said, go ahead and drop a like and leave a comment if you want to support me for free. And as always, I appreciate each and every one of you that watch the end of this video, because so few people do. So if you see this message, know that I appreciate you. And as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.